welcome to another bodgit and leggit video. I'm going to do a quick tool review today. Now, this causes a problem with every kind of mechanic, whether you're doing it kind of for a job or you're doing it at home or whatever the case may be. Light is always an issue. Now, I have torches, I use my phone, the light on my phone, blah blah blah. There's a lot of things you can use, but there's a light I'm going to show you now which is very good. Now, it doesn't do everything, but it's very good on basically lighting the whole of the top of the engine bay for you. So even if you got the car jacked up, it still shines down. You still, don't get me wrong, need torches, but this provides a hell of a lot of light direct, and it doesn't really cause shadow, which is brilliant. So let's see what it looks like. Let there be lights. Now, there's loads of different types of these. I've got a couple of them, but basically it's just a fluorescent tube in it. Now, the ones I've got are fluorescent tubes. I'm sure you can get slightly newer ones now, which are LEDs and stuff. I have seen some that are magnetic, but I don't particularly think they're going to work too well. I've never used them, so I can't really be sure, but I just don't know if I kind of like them. The ones I have are basically extendables, as you can see. They're spring-loaded, and they stretch over different size bonnets. And the advantage of it is you can obviously move it, you can twist the light all sorts of different ways. Yeah, you can move it around, get it in different positions. You know, you can slide it down on the bonnet depending on where you need it. But what I like about them is, I've had ones now for a good few years, and I don't use them all the time, but what I find I really like about it is when you stick your head in, or even your arm, I'll show you now in a second, it doesn't really cast a shadow. Normally if you've got a torch or something, or someone's holding the torch, or you put your hand in the way and it kind of, you can't really see what you're doing. Because this light goes all the way across, you can kind of see everything. Like I said, you still need torches and stuff, but this gives you a hell of a lot of light, nicely spread out, and it's out your way, doesn't get hot or anything like that. You can touch it, you know, and if the bulb does go, you just get a fluorescent bulb. It's easy to replace, nice and cheap. There's a switch on the side of them as well. This, I have two of them. This one is the bigger one of the two, so it stretches bigger than the other one. They're both the same size bulb, but this one actually stretches over vans, bonnets and stuff a lot easier than the other one. But as you can see, you can just see the difference in light it actually gives. So when we get close into the engine bay, you can see the difference. Now the camera is going to adjust the light. I'm looking at the camera now, it's a lot brighter on the camera than what it actually is with my eyes, but you kind of get the idea. Now, if I put my hand here, as you can see, now I know there is a shadow, don't get me wrong, but again, the camera's picking that up a lot worse than what it actually is. But even if I stick my head in, you know, I can still see everything. Where I'm looking, even now, I'm looking directly over with my head, and there's no shadow cast. I can look down there, I can kind of look everywhere, even with my big ugly face in the way, it doesn't really cast a shadow, it doesn't really make any difference. They are very good. Now, I think there's all different kind of makes and stuff where you can get, you know, really expensive ones and really cheap ones. I have a mixture of both. This one that I'm using at the minute I got from a local auction, and it was very, very cheap, and the other one I've got was quite expensive. And to be honest, they're no difference. There's no difference that I can see. Like I said, the newer ones are most probably LED, which would be better, I would say, especially for light. And you can get kind of magnet stick-on ones, but the problem with the magnet stick-on ones, I haven't used them, like I said, so I'm not 100% sure, but depending on your bonnet, they're not always straight edges, so sometimes you might not be able to stick it exactly where you want it. At least with this, it goes over the bonnet and you can put it exactly where you want it. And they have, which you can see now, they're all rubber protected, so it doesn't do any damage to the bonnet or absolutely anything. But it just gives you fantastic light. Like even now, which you can't really see on camera, I'll shine, see if I can get it, I'll shine down. But even all the way down here, I can see everything a lot easier than what it would be if I was to turn the light off. You know, it's just so much clearer. And they are very good. Plug them into your nearest socket if you're working outside or anything like that. You know, even if it's, especially nowadays, if it starts getting dark quite soon and you've got stuck on a job, they are very, very good. I don't use them all the time, but when you need them, they are very, very handy. Not sure exactly what they're called. They're under bonnet light or something along them lines, I think they are called. And even with this one, you can actually disconnect it here, and you could actually use it as a normal bulb, as you can see, just basically a big bulb. There's a hook on this end, so you could actually hook it on something, and you've got like a big bulb. Actually, zoom, 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 zoom. Yeah. Darth Vader, kick your ass. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Anyway, it's not a toy. Just shove that back. So yeah, not only is it a light, I've just realised it's now a lightsaber. So, you can buy it, you've got a lightsaber and a light for your bonnet. So your husband or boyfriend, he's going to have hours of fun with this. So that's basically it. Short and sweet, handy light. So look, hope it helps. Thumbs up and subscribe, and don't forget, get your hands dirty. See you for the next one.